There seems to be an overwhelming sense of lack of trust and a lack of confidence in the office of the sheriff. And with that lack of confidence and that lack of trust, I think it would be very difficult for those that are to be reporting to commanders, to be reporting to the sheriff, to be able to fulfill their duties in a competent way.
The commissioners have a responsibility to see through to the allegations that have been made regarding the sheriff's office. And so I think at this point, we are not directly involved in the investigation. We have hired an independent investigator. It's our responsibility to make sure that we do what we can to get to the bottom and to get to the truth. And that's what's gonna happen as a result of the investigation that's ongoing.
We've got upcoming floods, fires, and other incidents that we may not know of at this point in time. And I think that we need to have somebody who is going to be that commander who can have the respect and the authority to be able to lead his team well. And I don't believe at this time that that is Sheriff Maketa.
We certainly take this, the allegations, very seriously, and I think it's important that the commissioners have a role. Although we're not directly involved, it is our obligation to make sure that that the accusations that have come forward get followed up on, and that all the details and a transparent investigation happen.
Our county attorney and two of our commissioners were asked to recuse themselves in upcoming decisions regarding that. And in order to have full transparency, which we know we need in government, we need full transparency, we've got to restore the public trust and the public confidence in government out there. And the only way to do that is to ensure that there is a very transparent process, that we have hands off, so that the people that are staff do not feel any qualms about reporting what they know, that they know that this board is not going to not report or to leak any information, because that would really on our part be unethical to do so.
I know that several years ago I did have some correspondence that was passed on to the sheriff's office as well as our district attorney's office, not necessarily from an employee, from someone, and that was what I felt was the appropriate thing to do at the time. Again, independent elected officials have their particular purviews as to statutory requirements, and so I'm not exactly sure what they were referring to. I do know that that a few years ago I did have some correspondence, not necessarily from an employee, but from someone outside the sheriff's office, and I went through the appropriate steps I believed at the time to pass those on.
The Board of County Commissioners have instructed the county attorney, and we have hired an independent investigator that has gone through a very rigorous process, as I understand it, to ensure that there are no associations, there are no conflicts of interest, and this would be a truly independent investigation that's going to be conducted. Hopefully by this afternoon we will have some avenue where employees of the sheriff's office and or citizens can be able to report directly with factual information, things that they have data or information on that they can report to this independent investigator.
Well, I think all of the commissioners, we've known Sheriff Maketa for a number of years. We know all of our elected officials, you know, from the district attorney to the coroner to the clerk and recorder, the treasurer. All of us have relationships because we know them in a professional manner. I want to assure anyone who might have any questions that, again, we've hired an independent investigator who's going to be working on this, and we will not have any direct supervision over that investigation.